Hello and welcome to Spa-Francorchamps. So without further ado, let's get it started. Alright, so pardon my French there, I probably butchered the name there, Spa-Francorchamps, so doesn't matter. Spa, as we all know it, it's a very famous track of course in Formula 1. And the specialty of this is the 24-hour layout, also very famous in GT racing of course, if you follow GT racing. So that means the pits is actually on the right hand side. We just passed it as well. So when we come out of Radion and to the Camel Straight, this is where the pit actually merges into. So it's a kind of a unique track if it's not for the Formula 1. So you wouldn't go through the first corner there coming out of the pits. So this will be a really good lap in itself. So maybe before that, of course, it's night time. So the schedule is from midnight to dawn. Or rather to dawn in the morning. So it has a progression. Of course, in qualifying and in the sprint race, you wouldn't go through that. In the feature race, you would see this later on. And in this lap, coming now to the lap, I'm really taking this corners quite well. A little bit of understeer here and there, but I really hooked up this lap quite well. This is the lap you'll be seeing now as well, going through all of this sectors here. This sector 2 is really important for your car setup. I went more rearwards with my brake balance. That means I get a little bit more of a turn in to some of these very critical corners that I'm trying to navigate here and there. So I'm pretty much on my mark. You can see I'm using most parts of the track really quite well. You don't want to go to the green stuff because that can have a spin on your car. So here, going to second gear, really going on the throttle as well quite well. Here, maximizing just small lift and then maximizing it, then is the other part of the straight here. So I felt really well through this lap. It's a really good lap here so far, I would say. So coming up to this sequence of corners, here is almost flat. In fact it is flat, but you go really wide, so you really need to prepare it quite well. Here in between the 100 and 150, brake really hard into first gear to get the rotation through this right hander and the left hander, so preparing car quite well. Slam on the throttle and going to the line in a 1:17.3. Yes, and this was enough for P number 4. So my best start so far in qualifying in tier number 2. So let's see how the race of the sprint would go. Alright, so let's go to the sprint race then. So kudos to my teammate who also finished qualifying in P number 2. So Team Mazda is 2 and 4. So let's see then what that transpires to. 5 lights and away we go. So a little bit of a longer pause there, but as I always say, the standing starts are not the good for the Mazdas. You can see my teammate is already getting passed there by Khan in front, and I'm also side by side there with Zico, battling there, and I had to concede the place there. Now fast forwarding a little bit in Camel Straight, slipstreaming here and there, so I'm trying to brake conservatively there, banging here and there, banging there as well with my teammates. So now I'm in a sandwich as well, so I managed to get in front of that sandwich. P number 3 so far. So still in lap number 1, I've already made my big mistake there, so I went through the bollard there a little bit, and that slowed me down a little bit, and so you can see now my teammate is gonna get past me here, and in fact I think I just let him go a little bit as well. I lifted a little bit there, just so I don't want to hold him up, but because of that I lose a little bit of momentum, and Simon also comes to the inside and also overtakes both of us there. So maybe in hindsight I think I should have maybe go a little bit aggressively there, and now I'm also losing a little bit. I think there was some contact there as well behind with the Genesis. A lot of positions lost. Now going through the first turn here, going through the inside, and I get dive bomb. That was a crazy dive bomb there. I don't know what happened there, Lewis. I think I'll make a report out of it, but crazy there. So P number 6. So now fast forwarding a little bit, so I'm losing a little bit of momentum because of that dive bomb there behind by Andy, who is now alongside me and also past me now. The Genesis is quite strong in the straight as well here, so I tried to go to the inside here, a little bit of banging there and a little bit of banging back, but the position was done. Now also losing a little bit more momentum now with Zico, but I didn't feel anything there. Basically I don't know if there was some issues there, but anyways, kept my P7. So let's fast forward to lap number 3. Serving a penalty here because I made some mistake in Radion. That's one of the places you can make a penalty mistake. So P number 8. So lap number 5, my teammate there has some issues there. I don't know if he had a spin or was it a penalty, I'm not too sure, but yeah, because of this I inherit P number 7. Alright, and just like that, so that's where I would finish after 7 laps in P number 7. Yeah, so not really the best of returns after starting with my highest qualifying position P4 and dropping back to P number 7 from there. So yeah, even at some point being in P number 3, so yeah, the tires was just, yeah, there's a lot of things to blame there. I can speak in retro later on. Let's go to the feature race. Okay, so then let's go to the feature race, starting in also P7, because yeah, somehow P7 to P7, so pretty much from the last race coming here now again to P number 7. Yeah, so let's see how the feature would go. Hopefully it brings me a little bit more joy, but yeah, let's see. So again, because of the 24-hour layout, so we are starting actually already after after turn number 1 rather. So this is where we start, so we kind of get rid of all of the craziness that could happen from T number 1, like you saw, like a dive bomb there in the sprint race. Fast forwarding a little bit now, coming soon. Yeah, through the camel straight, nothing happened here. I'm a little bit far behind, and here then yeah, you can see a little bit of banging gonna go on. So I managed to get inside my teammate there. Yeah, so now up to P number 6 there, and here going through this sequence of corners, all going good so far. And you're gonna see a spin there from Kanata. Somehow I think he had some issues there, you can see on the right hand side, and because of that distracted me a little bit there. So I had a little bit of tap with Giles as well in front, and this opened the door a little bit to my teammate because I lost a little bit momentum, but yeah, he thinks better out of it and he ducks back out, and yeah, so then I have P number 5. So lap number 2, coming out of the camel straight, Radion camel straight, I think I lost a little bit of momentum, and yeah, because of that Zico managed to get past me, so back to P number 6. So this is then my first incident there with Luz, or Krilla I think he's called. Yeah, so I think this incident is a little bit, I eventually waited for him a little bit. I don't have any defense for this. I think I just braked a little bit too late there. The first incident, I think, with the banging there really kind of yeah, unsettled me a little bit. Then I think I just braked a little bit late because of that. My only defense is I waited a little bit there, and I've also lost a lot of positions because of this, but yeah, that's not really a defense because it's already a bad move made. But anyways, I've been reported. Now I managed to get past Becky as well. He also had some moments coming out of there. The report was made, so I will answer it there. Okay, so lap number 4, Simon makes a little bit of a mistake there, and I just at the end managed to like slightly brake, and yeah, but so I lost a little bit of momentum because of that, but just about avoided Simon there. Fast forwarding a little bit, so now we are behind Krilla, who I actually killed him in the laps before, and I'm gonna kill him again here. So really braked much later than I should have. Absolutely my mistake there. Again, second mistake with Krilla there. I didn't really intend to do this, braking late in both times. Really yeah, unfortunate thing there. I tried to wait a little bit, but he already spun, so there's definitely no way for him to get past me again. So yeah, unfortunate. There was a report made out of it. Yeah, I'll answer there again. Okay, so end of lap 7 is when I decided to come into the pit. So I was in my mediums, so now switching to the soft, of course. Yeah, it's a little bit early, but I think in fact I wanted to come in 1 lap earlier, but I think this was the right time to come in. And I think I was one of the first to pits as well, so I think this is the right time. You can see many people coming in as well. Yeah, so a very long pit there. You have to turn in, then come into the pits, and then now we are exiting here. So you can see how it exits here. You really need to keep to the right hand side there, because if you go to the left hand side you can get a penalty, so need to be careful. P number 9. So lap number 12, you can see a little bit more light there. So now we're going to make a flyby. This will be my thumbnail basically for YouTube, so I did it for the YouTube, I guess you can say it like this. So I lost a lot of momentum there, and Khan is going to overtake me because of this. So from P4 to P number 5, so a bad sequence of corners. Alright, so just like that, let's start my final lap number 17. Yeah, so a lot of highs, a lot of lows. Yeah, let's start with the qualifying. I think I executed it very well. I think I could have gone 1 extra lap, then maybe I could have gotten a little bit better, but I think 217.3 I think was as best as I could have done. Even in my training I was struggling to get even 217, so I was really happy with that lap there, starting in P4. Then I think I just went a little bit very aggressive on my brake balance there. I think I went too high there, that's why I was sliding around. Also, nighttime is not the best to drive per se, because the track is cold and the tire is not responding well. So it is a battle of tires, I would say, and I guess I lost that battle, and that's why I went down all the way to P number 7 by making critical errors there. And then the feature race, of course, yeah, that's another nightmare. I think by then I already figured out a little bit how to play around with the brake balance, but thereafter, yeah, there was 2 murders there by me to Kriller. Again, I apologize here again in this video. Very uncharacteristic for me. I think I had like very clean races in the past 2 or 3 races. I have had some experiences or bad experiences of being reported because I made a lot of critical dive bombs or things that I shouldn't have done. Yeah, I think my only blame here is a little bit, I think, in terms of the lighting. So I'm not the best driver in the darkness. That's of course an excuse. Of course, yeah, I should be a little bit more attentive there. Maybe do a little bit more practice there. Could have helped, but it is what it is. Yeah, I only can blame myself there. So I'm going to finish here in P number 5, but I definitely don't deserve that, and I don't think I'll finish in P number 5 at the end of the day because of the penalties that might be applied or coming through my way. Again, I can only apologize to what happened there, because it ruined Kriller's race there. Yeah, so just don't give up, I would say to Kriller. I'm sorry for that again. And yeah, so just like that, I'm coming now to P number 5, to the end of Spa. Yeah, nothing much to say here. So looking again at the standings just to finalize then. So finishing 1 lap behind in P number 5, but like I said, I don't think I'll finish there at the end when the points count. But yeah, anyway, finished P number 5. Alright, so looking now at the full standings, again it's going to move. I was in P9, now I've jumped to P7, but I think I'll drop back down to P9 again or something like this. I don't know, don't matter. Really taking this tier number 2 with a lot of practice, with a lot of yeah, just not really focusing on the points itself. So yeah, so that was Spa. Could have done much better, but yeah, that's what it is. Let's go to the last race next week. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you guys in the next video.